Everyone, it's me again, Fanfiction Dreamer! Welcome back to another segment of Kim Possible, the Extremely Secret Files. Last time, Kim, Ratchet, and Clank managed to defeat the Protopet, and with the help of Angela, reverted it back to its original form. They managed to collect one last piece of the space shuttle, and by a very unbelievable shocking twist of events, Dr. Possible called Kim to tell her to destroy the space station, with a few shady men holding Dr. Possible hostage as ransom to force Kim to return the space station. Alright, no more delays. Let's get on with this story. I'm really hoping to finish it from here. Alright, let's get on it. After a very long flight, they were able to approach the ISSF. Wade, come in. Do you read me? What's up, Kim? We have returned to where the space station is, and we're closing in on it now. Check. Be careful. I don't want you to fall into another of Draken's death traps again. Don't worry, Wade. We already came up with a plan for that. Ratchet will deal with it. Well, okay. I trust Ratchet as much as you do. Still, be careful. Got it. Oh, and Wade? How's my dad holding up? Have there been any changes to his predicament? I can't really say for sure. All I know is something is happening. If I find out anything else, I'll let you know. Thanks, Wade. Kim began to sulk. Ron, concerned for her, placed his hand on her shoulder. Hey, I know you're worried about Dr. P, but try not to think about it too much, okay? I can't help it. I don't know if Wade or all those other people that he sent out will be able to ensure that my dad will make it out of this alive. We're going to have to trust them with that, Kimberly. They're the only ones who can do anything about it for the time being. It's out of our hands. He is right. Our priority should be the space station. Dr. Possible needs you to focus on this. It is the only way that you will be able to save him. Yes, I know. Okay, let's stick with the plan. Ron and I will distract the defenses while you guys deal with the death traps. Copy that. Just leave it to me. Both ships flew in different directions. From inside the space station, Drakkett immediately noticed the space shuttle. I knew you would show up sooner or later, Kim Possible. This time, I am so ready for you. Hit it, Shigo! You got it, Dr. D! She slammed the switch and activated a control panel, which she started using. Say goodnight, Kimmy! The turrets outside the space station became active and shot at the shuttle. It dodged each shot beautifully. Whoa! Way to go, KP! Wow, I didn't think I would be able to do that. Guess I picked up a lot more of Ratchet's piloting skills than I realized. Let's see what else I have learned from him. She went back at the turrets and shot at them. Even she was amazed by the weaponry built into the shuttle. Amazing. I couldn't believe the shuttle is capable of something like this. Having it be partially made with alien technology came in very handy. Drat! I can't believe Dr. Possible's space shuttle could actually do something like that. I have to admit, the alien technology built into it is impressive, but that won't stop me from stopping Kim Possible. Keep at it, Shigo! You'll bring her down eventually. You know, I get this strange feeling that we're forgetting something. Any ideas on what it could be? Not really sure. Although, the way in which that shuttle is flying around does seem somewhat familiar. Ah, well, it doesn't matter. Fire at will, Shigo! Shigo grinned a nasty grin. With pleasure, Doc. Kim continued to fight the space shuttle. She blasted at a lot of its exterior weaponry, damaging a lot of them. Oh yeah, bring them down, KP! Heh, I could do this all day. By the way, when is Ratchet going to have those death traps taken out so we can finally enter this space station? Whenever possible, Ron. Just be patient. Alright, fine. It's just, the sooner we get in there and finish up this mission, the sooner we can finally return home. We have been out here for far too long, and I can't tell you how much I miss the taste of nachos. Oh, and everything else there too. So do I. But we have to stay focused on the mission. For Dad. Ron became concerned for her again. Hey, Kimberly! Can you hear me? Ratchet? I've managed to break through the space station back door. But I'm going to leave a nasty little surprise for Drakkett and Shigo. Okay, Ratchet. Let us know when the back door is accessible, and we'll be right there. Copy that. This will be over soon. Yeah, great. About time you're finishing up with that. We're risking hide and hair out here while you and Clank have been taking your sweet time clearing that entrance for us. Are things really that bad? I thought you guys were doing a phenomenal job out there. Don't pay any attention to him. He just wants to go home. He just wants to go home badly. Yes, I know. We're almost done. Just hang in there. He seemed to have been a little more anxious. Yeah, he is. But he and Kimberly have never been away from their home planet this long. Or at all, for that matter. Let's go double time on this. Both ships continued on with what they were doing. Grr!
As impressive as the weaponry on that shuttle is, it's been a serious annoyance. How did Kim Possible get so good at space combat? It's almost as though she's been taking some pointers from that cat alien boyfriend of hers.
Hold on for a sec, Doc. We haven't seen that alien around. I wonder where he could. Just then, they heard an explosion somewhere on the space station and felt some rumbling from the explosion.
What was that?
Shigo checked on a nearby monitor. It seems as though we have taken some damage on one of the exits. Oh no, even worse than that, the death traps on that exit have been seriously demolished.
Demolished? But what? By what?
I don't know. Some type of weaponry from some other ship. But what? Wait, it was from him. That alien.
Dang it! I should have known. Kim Possible was merely diverting our attention so that her alien boyfriend would target and destroy our death traps.
I can't believe we fell for that all too easily. Draken growled and then jumped up and down a lot in a fit of rage. Shall I blow them both up? Draken stopped. Draken stopped and brought out an evil grin.
No, I have a better idea. Let's let both of those ships in. I have a special little surprise for Kim Possible and her friends.
The back door was free and clear. The space shuttle arrived alongside Ratchet's ship. It worked! You did it, Ratchet! No big. Although, I have something to ask you guys. Who's got mad skills? Ratchet! Ratchet's got mad skills! Booyah! Booyah! You guys are so full of it. They landed their ships into the docking bay after entering and got themselves out. Well, took us long enough to get here. Not again. Why do I keep doing that? Then they heard a bizarre jingle from the speaker above them. Bong, 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 bong. They looked up and noticed a monitor. From the monitor, an image of Draken and Shigo appeared. They both had nasty grins on their faces.
Hello, Kim Possible. We have been expecting you. I've noticed you brought your little alien friends.
Dr. Draken, you have put us through a lot. This has been perhaps our longest mission yet. Not to mention that you kept us away from home for a very long time. Yes, that. Ron and I have grown very homesick like you wouldn't believe, and you're putting my dad through a nightmare of cosmic proportions. Although I can't say it was all bad. Thanks to you, we have met Ratchet and Clank. They have helped us out a lot. They have helped us out with our mission just as much as we have helped them out with theirs. And we plan to finish this together.
Don't think we'll let you succeed in your plans, especially when there's a lot at stake.
And I am quite certain that you are well aware of how dangerous this space station really is.
Oh, I am very well aware of that, especially of why the space station was even built in the first place. I would also have reason to believe that Dr. Possible hasn't told you about that.
No, he tried to, but something got in the way. That much I will mention. So, we still don't know what this was going to be used for.
Well, if you would like to find out, then try to reach me. I'll be waiting.
As the screen had shut off, the door nearby opened up. This is it, Kimberly. Our final confrontation with Dr. Draken. You ready? Oh, I have so been ready for a long time. Then let's go. They ran through the door, and the first phase of their most epic challenge. They made their way through the corridors. Elsewhere, Draken and Shigo observed them on a monitor. Draken seemed very gratified as he watched it, with a nasty sneer on his face. So, what devious plan do you have this time, Draken?
Oh, just a few things I have been working on after looking into a lot of alien technology. I have indeed made some modifications to the space station's interiors. These men that had Dr. Possible built this entire place didn't expect any rebellions to make even a single attempt to initiate an assault on this place.
No surprise there, considering they didn't expect anyone to even live long enough. No surprise there, considering that they didn't expect anyone to live long enough to even start one. The records of their plans for this place were heinous. It even made my skin crawl.
But that's where my brilliance comes into effect.
He walked up to a console and slammed a switch. From where Kim and the others were, a horde of robots showed up.
More killer robots!
Is that all he's got? They proceeded to fight off every last robot. They were nasty and quite lethal, but nothing that they couldn't handle, as they have handled many vicious robots many times before. They were eventually able to finish off and demolish every last one. Well, that wasn't so tough, I have to admit. For someone who lives on a planet that's light years behind on technology, he seems to have gotten a good grasp on otherworldly robotics. Well, he did once build a few highly advanced robots in the past.
Oh yeah, the BBs. They were advanced and very dangerous. In fact, they were so advanced that not even Draken could control them.
How unfortunate. Clank then observed some of the robot parts closely. These mechanics are conspicuously similar to that of what we have seen in the Bogon Galaxy. Hey, you're right. I would guess that a lot of this equipment is from Megacorp. No doubt a generous donation given to Draken by Captain Quark, that moron. I'll have a lot of this sent to Wade. He would be more than happy to receive this. Kim pulled out the communicator. Wade, we'll need you to reactivate your vendor. We have a ton of materials from alien technology that we're sure you would love to look into. Wade's vendor reappeared. They cleaned up the mess and placed all of it into the vendor. That was the first wave. Let's proceed with caution. I know that things will only get harder from here. They continued further. As they progressed on, they were continuing to be observed by Draken and Shigo. Draken growled a little, but then calmed down.
Not bad. I have to admit, I knew they would make it through that.
So what's your next line of defense, evil genius? Another grin appeared on his face.
Something that will be quite nasty.
The group arrived in a large chamber. Come on. Everything seemed all too quiet. I wonder what nasty little surprise Draken has for us this time.
Don't say things like that. Oh, great. Now something bad's going to happen.
Calm down, Ron, will ya? Something bad will happen anyway. Just then, a massive robot jumped in.
Something bad just happened!
I can see that, Ron! The robot unleashed a massive shockwave, which knocked the entire group back, slamming them against the wall. It then reached out both of its hands, grabbed Kim and Ratchet, and lifted them off of the ground.
KP! Ratchet!
It held them tight in both of its hands. Ron, we have to do something. That robot could crush them both. But what can I possibly do? I haven't exactly been useful throughout this entire mission. Just then, Rufus popped out of Ron's pocket. Hey, Rufus! Wait! Rufus! Kim and Ratchet were still being held tightly in the robot's grips. Just then, Ron showed up in front of it, waving his arms at it. Hey! Over here, you oversized washing machine! Ron! The robot opened different parts of itself. Hang on, let me fix this. Bringing out heavy artillery from within those different parts. Ron stopped waving his arms, dropped them as he stared out at its artillery in terror. As it shot at them, he ran away screaming, not again. Ron continued running around the room screaming, Ron, just what do you think you're doing? Don't worry, KP, this is all part of the plan. What plan? At that moment, Clank, with Rufus on his shoulder, latched onto the back of the robot. Ah, here it is. He opened the latch on the robot. He then pulled Rufus off of his shoulder. Off you go, Rufus. Okay. He dropped Rufus into the opening. After a few minutes, the robot began to malfunction and dropped both Kim and Ratchet. KP! Ratchet! He rushed over towards them. Are you guys all right? Yeah, peachy. Clank rushed back over towards them. What just happened? Why, Rufus just happened. They looked up and noticed the robot going berserk. Rufus leapt out from one of the openings and ran back towards the group and into Ron's hands. Way to go, Rufus! Oh yeah! Rufus? Was this your doing? Why, yes, this was his doing, Miss Possible. Ron here was distracting that robot while I managed to find an opening with it and dropped Rufus into its interiors. He then tampered with it directly from the inside. What you are seeing now is the end result of that tampering. Wow, you really came through for us again, little guy. Thank you. Ron dropped Rufus back into his pocket. Kim and Ratchet got back up. They then looked back up at the robot as it regained control of itself. It was primed to fight. All right, guys, let's not let it take us by surprise this time. They fought against the massive robot. It was a serious challenge all on its own. All of them worked together to combat this massive machine. Even Rufus pitched in a few times to sabotage it from the inside again and again. They were eventually able to defeat it, and from that, it was blown to bits. Oh yeah! Take that, you massive heap of scrap metal! Booyah! Booyah! That's another phase down. Let's move on to the next one. They rushed out of the chamber and progressed on. As they continued through the next corridor, Ratchet banged his fist on the console with anger while observing them. Drat! I thought that would finish them off! Although, I am impressed by their resourcefulness. Bah! I'll just have to come up with another tactic to annihilate them. Hey, here's a thought. Why don't we have the space station attack them for us? He paused for a moment as he looked at Shigo, then grinned again. Why, yes! That's a great idea, Shigo. We'll let the space station attack them for us. Wait. Are you serious? I was just kidding. He walked up to another console, sat down at it, and dialed on it. But of course, I have been installing a few
security features into the interiors while I was looking into its secrets. With this place consisting of alien technology, I have found that I was able to integrate a lot of this alien weaponry into its interiors and exteriors, making this place a true force to be reckoned with.
That would be all too true, especially from what we have found out from those secret files. The group continued through the corridor. Soon enough, they hit a snag. From that, Kim pulled out the communicator. Wade, we need some help trying to get to Draken. Do you think you can upload some kind of detailed map of this place? I have something better. Dr. Possible sent me his blueprints of the space station. They contain structured illustrations of its designs, including its interiors. So is there anything in the illustrations that tell us how we can reach Draken? Let me check on that. If I had to guess, Draken should be directly inside the control room, which is, from what I can tell, directly at the highest point of the station. The best way there would be to take an elevator, but I would advise against it, considering that he would never let you reach him that easily. Yeah, of course, because elevators in evil layers are likely guaranteed to be death traps. I agree with Ron on this one. It's too risky. Perhaps there is an alternative passage to the control center and Draken? He checked on the schematics a bit more. Got it. There are a few secluded tunnels within the walls of this place. There should be a latch to one of those tunnels nearby. Hurry over there before something else happens. Just then, an alarm went off. Whoop! Whoop! What was that? Warning. Intruders detected on Deck 3. I repeat, intruders detected on Deck 3. Initiating eradication sequence. Could the intruders the computer voice was talking about be us? Suddenly dozens of lasers coming out of the walls were pointed directly. Darn it, I did it again. Were pointed directly towards them. Attention, intruders. Prepare to be eradicated. Goodbye. I'm going to say yes. Run! They ran through the corridor as they dodged through many laser fires, with Ron screaming along the way. Draken and Shigo watched all of this occurring from a monitor. Yes! Yes! Flee, Kim Possible! Flee before my laser targeting defense system! Soon you and your little pals will all be obliterated! What say you to that? The defenses built into the system still need to undergo a major system test to ensure that they're working properly, right? Huh? System test? You mentioned that to me a while back, remember? Yes, I do remember, Shigo. Bah! I'll do it later. I'm currently in the middle of trying to annihilate Kim Possible and Co. Shigo, she groaned a little as she folded her arms. Something tells me this isn't going to end well. Kim and the rest of the group ran through the corridor as they were dodging the defenses. Kim still held out the communicator. Wade, how much further till we reach the latch to that tunnel? Take the next left and you should be able to find it. Got it. This way, you guys. They made their first left and kept going. Soon enough, they stood directly in front of the latch. As they were... Actually, they found themselves directly in front of the latch. As they were fast approaching it, the latch closed off before they were able to reach it. You've got to be kidding me!
Oh man, come on!
Sorry, access to secluded tunnels denied. Prepared to be obliterated by order of Dr. Draken. Just then, all weapons were pointed towards them. This is really bad. Just then, the weapons went berserk and shot out everywhere except their intended targets. The group stood by, confused by this as they watched it occurring. What's happening? Warning, system malfunction. Warning, neglectful caretaker did not perform system tests like he was supposed to. Warning, Draken is an incompetent imbecile. Sounds like good news to me. This wouldn't be the first time that Draken was self-foiling. At the time, Draken watched in dismay as his defenses malfunctioned.
Ah! My defenses are going haywire! Why is this happening? Was that system test I forgot to do really that necessary?
Just like I said, this wasn't going to end well.
Drat! If I had known the system test was mandatory, I should have taken care of that already.
I repeat, Dr. Draken is an incompetent imbecile. Even the computer thinks you're an idiot.
Lousy smart-mouthed alien computer.
Back in the corridor, the weapons shot off the piece of metal that blocked off the latch to the tunnel. Warning, the closed-off tunnel is now accessible. Wow, that was unexpectedly convenient. Guess this will be easy after all. Let's go. They made their way into the tunnel. Inside, they found a ladder and started climbing it. Draken and Shigo watched as this was occurring.
Gah! Shigo, do something!
Shigo went over to a nearby switch. I'm on it, Dr. D! She slammed on it. At that moment, the ladders that the group were climbing... The ladder that the group was climbing... Wow, I am just oblivious with my typos. Causing them to fall. Ron landed on the ground. Everyone else landed on him. Ow! Not exactly how I would want to spend my first long trip in space. Oh, sorry, Ron. They all got off of Ron. Kim helped him up. Are you alright, Ron? Yeah, I just broke a joypad. Ow. They looked up directly above them. Great. So now what? Kim pulled out the communicator again. Wade, we have another problem. We've reached the tunnel, but it seems that Draken and Shigo are trying to derail our advances. The ladder in this tunnel were retracted. Do you have something that can help us out here? I'm way ahead of you, Kim. I just finished a few modification chips for your gloves and kicks. I'll send them to you now. Wade's vendor reappeared. 4 chips appeared from the vendor. Attach these to both of your equipment. Kim grabbed all 4 of them and attached them to her gloves and kicks. Just then, the palms of her hands began to glow. What are these? They're magnetic upgrades. I built them from the data I collected from analyzing Ratchet's gravity boots. Give them a try. She walked up to a wall and placed her hand on it. She was startled for a moment, and then placed her other hand on the wall. She could feel her hands magnetize themselves on it. Whoa, that feels incredible. I've managed to make a set for Ratchet and Ron. Here, let me send them to you now. Another set of gloves and kicks were transported. Ratchet grabbed all of them. He handed Ron's set to him. They both put on their gloves and kicks. This would allow us to scale the wall no problem, right? That's the idea. Let me go first. She began to scale the wall. Ratchet followed after her, with Clank attaching himself to Ratchet's back. Ron went afterwards. Draken and Shigo watched as all three of them scaled the wall.
Drat! Their resourcefulness is unyielding and extremely irksome.
I have to admit that super genius friend of theirs really does know his way around alien technology. Perhaps even better than you.
Grr! Forget this alien technology! Shigo, deal with them the old-fashioned way!
Finally, playtime is over. She got herself up and walked out. The group continued to scale the wall. Kim pulled out the communicator. Wade, how much further till we reach Draken? You still have a ways to go. This tunnel will not lead you directly to the control room, but I did manage to find one that will. Just keep climbing and get through the first exit. When you have reached that floor, head through the corridor, make a right, and you should arrive in a room where the entrance to the next tunnel is. Thanks, Wade. We're on our way. She put away the communicator. Let's keep going, guys. They kept on climbing some more. They were eventually able to reach the first exit to the other corridor. Which way did Wade say we're supposed to go? He told us to make a right and head straight for another room. Let's remain vigilant, everyone. Draken could try anything. No problem, Ratchet. I've maintained maximum vigilance since we first arrived here. Ron was about to take another step, but then tripped and fell flat on his face. Ow! Seriously? I thought I got over this. Ratchet, annoyed, grabbed Ron by his shirt collar, lifted him off the ground and back on his feet. Let's just keep going. Ratchet rushed off with Kim and Clank. Ron followed after them. Draken observed as the group ran through the next corridor.
Yes, that's right, Kim Possible. Hurry along towards Shigo, as well as a few other nasty surprises that await you and your little friends.
The group continued to run through the corridor. Their run through seemed to be one that had gone off uninterrupted this time. It seems a little too quiet in here. Yeah, Draken would have sprung another assault on us by now. Something isn't right. They eventually arrived within a room at the end of the corridor. They stopped for a bit to look around. Just then, the center of the ceiling opened up, and Shigo dropped right through. Oh, hey, Kimmy. I was just dropping in to personally welcome you and your little friends to our humble abode.
Shigo, I thought that run through the corridor was too easy.
Let me guess. Draken got tired of utilizing alien technology to annihilate us, so now he's decided to send you out to do his dirty work for him again. You got that right, Kimmy. And I willingly volunteered to come out here and take care of you guys myself. I have become a lot stronger since I last faced off against you and your cat alien boyfriend.
I thought I went over this.
Yeah, I know. Lombax, undocumented alien species. I was actually paying attention when I was reminded by you guys of that. I just pretended to not know about any of that, just to see the reaction on your face. Ratchet then let out a conceited smile. Actually, that doesn't annoy me, since now I know you haven't been forgetful of the name of my species. Unlike the so-called evil genius Dr. Draken. Dang it! I knew I should have kept pretending to not remember that name. Although, we should give him some props for being able to figure out how to work with this alien technology. Somewhat. Okay, enough talk. It's time we finish this. Shigo carried out a battle stance, as did Kim. Oh, I couldn't agree more. Ratchet stood beside her as he held out his wrench weapon. Ron, you and Clank find the entrance to that tunnel. Kimberly and I will handle Shigo. We're on it. Let's go, Clank. I am with you, Ron. They both rushed off. Kim and Ratchet fought against Shigo, while Ron and Clank searched the entire room for the entrance to the next tunnel. At that time, Draken still observed them.
"Oh no, you don't! No way I'm letting you sidekicks find any access to me quite so easily."
Draken slammed his fist on a switch. Ron and Clank kept looking around for that tunnel. Just then, the ceiling opened up, and right next to them... dropping a horde of monkeys. Ah! Monkeys! He ran away. The monkeys chased after him. Clank placed his hand on his forehead and shook his head. "Oh, Ron, must you continue to embarrass us like this?" At that time, Kim and Ratchet stopped their fight with Shigo and noticed this immediately. Ratchet was irritated by this. Kim was embarrassed and also irritated. "Have you ever considered helping Ron overcome his fear of monkeys?" "You think it would be easy for me to do so?" Knowing Ron? Probably not. Even for someone like you." Kim pulled out the communicator. Clank continued to observe the monkeys. "Kim, I've scanned those monkeys. They're not organic. They're mechanized." "Yeah, that's exactly right." "What the heck does that mean?" Ratchet pulled out a blaster. "It means..." He shot at the monkeys, causing an explosion. Ron held one arm in front of him and closed his eyes during the explosion. When he opened his eyes, he was awestruck by what he saw. All of the monkeys were broken up in robotic bits and pieces. They're robots. "Okay, this is weird and kind of nutty." "That's Draken for ya. Now, where were we, Shigo?" "Oh yeah, that's right. Ratchet and I were about to wipe the floor with you. Right, Ratchet?" "Oh, absolutely. Let's bring her down, Kimberly." They continued their fight. Ron and Clank kept searching the room until they were able to find exactly what they were looking for. "KP! Ratchet! We found it!" "Good work, guys." "Let's go, Ratchet." Kim rushed off. Shigo stood by for a bit and watched this. "Oh, no, you don't." Ratchet then tackled Shigo to the ground and followed after Kim. Shigo lifted herself up as the group left for the tunnel. Furious, Shigo chased after them. Clank closed the latch on her and locked it while his friends climbed the wall as fast as they could. He then returned with the others. "That latch will not hold her back for long." "I know. She's not easy to keep back. Keep climbing, guys. We don't have a lot of time." She eventually broke through, but the group was already miles above her. She looked up with a somewhat serious look on her face. She then turned around and went back. The group was still scaling the wall. "It appears that Shigo did not follow us." "Oh no, this isn't good." Why is that not good? She's not chasing us." "She has easy access to the control room, so she doesn't need to chase us."
"My thoughts exactly, Kimberly."
Wait. Shigo arrived back in the control room, which greatly startled Draken.
"Shigo, what are you doing back here? I thought you were taking care of Kim Possible and those other guys."
"I still am. I just thought I would beat them here. Should I handle them before they get here?"
"No, I changed my mind. Let them come. I want them to witness me initiate the final phase of my plan."
Are you sure about this? Because you know how Kim Possible will react when she finds out her dad...
Yes, of course I know that, Shigo. She'll be far too devastated by that to do anything to stop me. Plus, to see her all broken up will be quite gratifying.
Shigo gave out a look of discontent. I need to... Oh, come on. I don't know why I do that. The group was finally able to arrive at the very top floor of the space station. They exited the tunnel from there. They were only a few steps away from the control center. No guard bots, no security systems operational, not even Shigo is standing in our way. Draken wants us to come. What do you think he could be planning? I don't know. I'm not even sure what we're going to be doing. My dad's life hangs in the balance. But all he cares about is us finishing this mission. I only hope that whatever the outcome will be, everything will turn out all right. Hey, whatever will happen to you or your father, I'll be here for you, Kimberly. She smiled at him. Same here, KP. I've got your back. As do I, Miss Possible. Even Rufus climbed out of Ron's pocket to lend his support for her. Kim was touched by all of their wanting to stand beside her in this moment of truth. She then faced forward with a confident and serious look on her face. Okay, let's go. They walked up to the door and walked right through it. There, Draken and Shigo were waiting for them.
Ah, Kim Possible! You and your pals have arrived at last.
End of the line, Draken. We're here to shut you down.
And I would assume that you still don't know what the space station was built for?
No, I don't.
Well then, you have managed to make it here. So as promised, I will tell you.
But before we get to that, I must know something. How did you find out about this project? And when it was kept a secret by Dr. Possible, his colleagues, and the men that paid him to build it. That's right. We never found out about that.
Oh, an excellent question, Metal Man. Allow me to tell you. It all started when I was taking another one of my routine trips to Henchco.
I should have known Henchco would be involved in this. Henchco? A corporation devoted to providing services to villains. We'll talk more about that later.
I was doing my usual thing of sweet-talking the CEO to convince him to cut me some slack and offer me better deals for their services.
With Mr. Hench angrily turning him down. Again, we tend to hold back on payment from them, and they sometimes rack up debt from us, withholding payment, as well as stealing from them.
But I did not leave empty-handed. While I was still there, I got near a few men. They seemed to have mentioned something about using Dr. Possible for a nefarious plan.
And from that, he overheard those corporate sickos chatting to one another about this space station that they tricked Kimmy's dad, Dr. P, into building for said nefarious plan. So then you plotted to steal this for your own evil plans.
Yes, that's exactly right.
But what about those men and their evil plan? Dr. Possible went on to tell Kimberly to destroy this thing, and we know it's because of what they were planning to do with it. Heh, no surprise there, considering what we have found out.
Ah, yes. When we looked into the secret files of this project, not only were we able to find out about the space station being part alien technology, but they have built into it a massive wildfire mega beam.
Ratchet was greatly startled from this. No, you can't be serious. Those humans built that into the space station? Massive wildfire mega beam? Is that as terrifying as it sounds? To say the least. That beam can create a wildfire powerful enough to scorch everything on the surface of an entire planet. including all life that's living on the surface. That superweapon was barred after wiping out all life on 5 planets years ago. My home planet, Veldon, was one of those planets long before I was born. Is that all true? If you mean to say that... You mean to say that... If that is true, then that means those men... They were... Right-o, Kimmy! Those men were plotting to wipe out all life on Earth. Your daddy was building this super weapon for those jerks, and he didn't even know what it was. Greatly distraught, Kim, greatly distraught, fell to her knees, then placed both of her hands on the floor. I can't believe it. My own dad is being used for this evil plan? No, this can't be. Ron, Ratchet, Clank, and Ron tended to her. Kimberly, but why would they want to do something so terrible? 2 words, clean slate. They were planning to start anew. When those men said that they wanted to purge the Earth of all of its problems, they meant they were talking about the humans, weren't they?
That's right! They wanted to eradicate every single person on the planet and create a new world with only a select few. That which they would call a perfect world, one free of strife and conflicts that they believed were created by people.
They're completely insane. No world that was created from intentionally destroying another should ever be considered perfect. With this super weapon at our command? Oh, I completely agree with you on that. Their plan even made me sick to my stomach. We want to dominate the Earth, not destroy it.
But this could be used to our advantage. With the super weapon at our command, we will be able to take control of the entire Earth!
Are you serious? Draken, this weapon is an abomination. It's pure evil. It should have never been used. It should never be used for anything. It shouldn't have been created or even invented for that matter. Yeah, this is so beyond sick and wrong that there should be a new word for it. Wrong sick is nowhere near intense enough for this. This is just low, even for you. Relax, will ya? We're not actually going to kill people with it. That it doesn't matter. You should not even have it at all. Oh, I could not agree more. This weapon needs to be eradicated immediately.
But what about Dr. Possible? What do you plan to do with his life hanging by a thread?
I'm not worried about Dr. Possible. I have faith that Wade will be able to help him. There isn't anything we can do for him right now, so we have to depend on him. Kimberly knows that, so we're going to stop you, regardless of the outcome.
Oh, I wouldn't count on that, my furry foe. In case you have forgotten already, Kim Possible is in no condition to fight, let alone foil my plans.
Ratchet looked towards Kim, then back at Dr. Draken. Oh, I haven't forgotten. Not even one bit. Don't count on this being an easy victory for you. He then bent down towards her and looked directly at her. Kimberly, listen to me. I know all of this is devastating. I'm greatly appalled to find out about this, perhaps a lot more than I can put into words. But you need to come to your senses. I know this isn't what your dad wanted you to do. And I'm sure you realize that he never intended to create this nightmare. So you should know that he was also greatly devastated when he found out about this. He wants you to put an end to all of this, and that's exactly what you have to do. Come on, Kimberly. You can't stop now. We've come so far. We have to finish this. We have to. Kim remained devastated for a bit longer, but then there was a slight change in her mood. She came to, overcoming her trauma little by little. You're right. I have to snap out of it. I know my dad would have never taken part in all of this if he knew this would happen. I know that he wants a better future for all of us, and I would love to help him in building that future with him. She then stood up. A tense and confident look grew on her face. Let's destroy this nightmare weapon. Ratchet smiled at her, then looked towards Dragon and Shio with a conceited smile. Those two both seemed alarmed by this change. Draken, you're going down. Oh man, it is really, really getting intense. And you know what? I think that should be enough for now. I think this has run off long enough. So, next time, will Kim Possible be able to defeat Dragon and Shigo and put a stop to this evil madness? Find out next time. So, until then, bye. Wait, no. I was not supposed to click on that. I was supposed to click on this.